Hello everybody, I thought I'd show you how to make this little pumpkin, being as it's sort of October time, Halloween, or any time you can make these. Right, so I'll show you the materials, what you'll be needing. Let's put this to one side. So this is roughly what you'll be needing. Oh. You'll be needing some orange felt, some green felt, mine's quite dark green, a normal sewing thread in the dark green to match, a standard orange thread also to match the orange colour, and you'll also need some sort of strong thread in the orange as well. And then if you're hanging it, want something to hang it with, you'll want something to complement it. I've got this, which is sort of like an orange and white sort of cord, and that's what you'll be needing. As for the pattern, I'll show you what I have for the pattern. I did up yesterday ready. This is what we got. It's nice and easy. So basically, for the actual pumpkin itself, you'll need a rectangle. Now this is 2.5 inches across, and it should be 3 inches in the depth. Now it's also, I don't know if you can see that, it says fold because it will be double this. Then you'll also need a circle which is about 1 inch across, and also for the stalk you'll need a piece that's 1.5 inches by 1/2 inch. So if you want to make it the same size as mine, this is what you'll be needing. So let's get started. First thing we're going to do is do the orange body bit. So let me get my orange felt. Now, because that's got to go on to a fold, so we're going to just like fold the material and put it on like that on a fold. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line it up there like so. I'm just going to put a pin in there to hold it down. Now I'm just going to cut that out. Like that, and that's it for the orange part, the actual main pumpkin. Now I think we'll just cut the other bits out as well, so everything's cut out and ready. So we'll get our green. Now for this we just want one piece for the stalk. I'm just going to try and hold it rather than pin it. You can pin it down if you prefer. Like that. That's the stalk. And now we also want the circle cut out. Again, I tend to just cut a little bit like that. And then we can move this out the way. Then I just hold on to it. Hasn't got to be perfect. Just go all the way around it. like that. And as you can see, that's not exactly a perfect circle, that is it? A bit wonky, I think, but it will do because you're not going to tell it's a complete circle. Right, so let's get our body part back in. You can see, look, it's could have folded it in half. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to stitch along this bit here. So I'm just going to get my thread. I'm just going to use the standard sewing thread in the orange. And my scissors. Oh, what did I do with my needle? There it is. I just need to thread this up. Like that. And let's put a little knot in the end. And then we just need to do little stitches along here. The smaller you do the stitches, the neater the end result will be from the other side. And as we're using felt, there is no right and wrong way. But obviously if you're using some cotton material, then obviously you've got a right and a wrong way. So in that case, this would be the wrong way at the minute and the right way would be on the inside. There we go, just fasten that off. Now we need our strong orange thread, so we can do the running stitch. Need another needle. Right, now all we need to do is do a running stitch all the way round here, and this will end up being the bottom part of the pumpkin. So just nice and quick round here. Like this. And then gather that up. And we just want to make sure that's all nice and fastened. So I'll just go backwards and forwards through it in different places just to make sure that's all nice and secure. And it doesn't come ungathered or anything. That's about it, and we just need to fasten that off. I always double fasten on anything I do, so I do it like that, and then I also do it this way as well. need to snip that off. And then we've got this shape. And we turn it over. And that's now the bottom. Now we need to put some stuffing in here. So you just want some sort of polyester stuffing. I'll just grab some. Some stuffing. Don't want too much. Be a little bit more there. Like that. Now we're going to do another running stitch all the way around here. I'll get another piece of the strong thread. That wasn't quite enough, I don't think. Do a running stitch all the way round. And this is going to be the top. Like that. Now as you pull it in, you want to tuck these inwards at the same time, like that as you pull. So all those ends are now, as you can see, are on the inside. And then sort of hold on to it so it doesn't unravel itself. And secure the top. Make sure that's all secure. This is all going to be hidden anyway, this top bit. But you still want to make sure it's all together and not going to come undone any time. Unfasten that off. Now what we need to do is we need to do the lines, these bits all the way round. So for that again we want the extra strong thread. Make sure you've got plenty. And then it will start, oh, my pumpkin's running away. And it will start looking more like a pumpkin when you've done this bit. Let's get my pumpkin back. Right, so you want to go in the top because of your knot. And this is because this is all going to be hidden. So you go through, all the way through to the bottom. I always start with the seam one. No, it's a good idea to go actually on the seam, because then it just makes it look neater, and it also disguises there's a seam there. Then go through the bottom again, and then you go directly over to the other side. So you've just done this side here, so you want to go directly over to the other side, and then put your needle back through the top, and then through the bottom again. And see, as you put it in, you see you get that shape. Now we're going to do the cross at the minute, so we're going to go now across to the other side there and in. Gets a bit more tricky because there's more threads and the stuffing is compacting, etc. So it gets a bit more tougher to get through. I think I'm going to use my pliers to help me here. Okay, now we've just done that one there, so we've gone across there and we've done that one, so now we need to go this way. Like that, as you can see. Now we can go in between those, so we're going to go up here, in the centre at the top again. I can put it through and through the bottom, and then pull that, and then directly opposite like that, and then in the centre again. There's too many threads in the centre, can't get the needle in. You find that where it's got to go, so it lines up properly. There we go. And now we need to go these two here, because there's still two big ones there, so we need to do those two. So put it in. Like that, and then into this one here. Like that. And then pull that on into. And we just want to fasten that off, so we just want to go back in and come out the front again. Like that. And just squish it about a bit, check it's all okay, and then fasten that off. I'll just fasten it somewhere on the top here where I can grab the material. Like that. So like I said, all this is going to be hidden, this top part. Like that. Oh. And then go through the 3 times 2. Like that, and then need to cut that off there. Right, now we're going to do the stalk and the bit. So the stalk, we just need to have the long ways and just roll it up tight as possible all the way down to the end, because this is going to be a stalk. Like that. Take that all the way down like that. And now we need to just stitch this up, and I just do a sort of invisible stitch on this, which I'll show you. I'm just going to have to put a pin in it because I haven't got my thread ready, so I'm just going to have to do that for a minute while I get my green thread. I need my needle, which has got the orange on it at the minute, so I have to take that off. And put a knot in the end. Excess off, don't look up there, under them. I'm going to take my pin out. Now I want to hide that knot first, so I want to go, there's the last bit that you fold over, so I'm just going to sew underneath that a little bit so I can tuck in that knot there. And then basically it's all the same colour, isn't it, the thread, and it's quite a good match here, so it's all quite invisible. So you want to catch one side and then do the same on the other side. So it's sort of like a running stitch but on either side of the material. Which isn't easy to see because it's also very much the same. Like that. There we go. Now I just close that bit there. Do a few stitches to hold that in place. Now we want to get our circle. We want to put it roughly in the centre of the circle. Hasn't got to be perfect again, because I'm sure every pumpkin you see, the centres aren't directly in the centre. They're going to be a bit off. So don't worry too much. And again, we're just going to catch the circle and then catch the top. So a stitch in the circle and a stitch at the bottom of the stalk. And you're going to do that pattern all the way around and try and keep your stalk as close as possible to the centre. But it is tricky, it keeps moving and it's tiny and it's fiddly. There we go. to the beginning. Now I'm just going to go all the way through to the back, and you can sort of see where the stalk bit is going. So you're just going to hold down your circle over and then just go across a few times in that little centre bit there, just to catch any bits and to make it extra secure, like that. Now I like to just fasten off here. You can just leave it still and not fasten off and just carry on to the next bit, but I think I prefer to personally fasten it off before I go on to the next bit. And snip that off. So that's your little stalk, which we're now going to fix onto there. But before we do that, we've got to add a cord. Now you want roughly about, I don't know, I'll cut this, I think about 10 centimeters, and you can, 10 centimeters, what am I on about? 10 inches. So roughly about 10 inches. And then you can alter it as you're putting it through. So I need quite a big headed needle, so this one hopefully would work. It has. So just put it through like that. Just leave our tape up the wall. So we're going to go through the back here, as close to the stalk as possible, and pull that through. It might be a bit, yeah, it's not going to have it, so I'm going to need some help from my trusted pliers, like that. But don't let it all go through, hold some back. Now you want to have a little tiny gap, but not much, just enough. And you go back to the other side, and it's a good idea to hold on to that loop so you don't accidentally put it all the way through. And do that. Take your needle out, and then I just level those up and then pull that up. You want it longer than what you actually want it, because you're going to do a knot at the base, which is going to be on the top. So we're going to do that first. And then we're going to have it roughly there. So then you pull that tight. Make sure that knot's nice and tight there. And then you can pull that down and tie it on the other side, which is the under bit, which is going to be the hidden part. We'll do a knot there, a couple of knots like that. Make sure it's secure, and you can just cut off the excess like that. There we go. Move that out of the way. So that is that bit there, and now this is going to sit on there. And you see it's all nice and neat now. So now what we need to do is stitch all the way around the top here. So we need some green thread, that's not enough. These are the needles of Harmony. And again, put the knot in the end. Lots of people do their knots differently, I know. This is the way I do it. first bit needs to go underneath, as we always hide everything, so everything looks neat. So that's under there, so then plonk that back on there, and now we need to stitch all the way round on the top, and it will pull in as it goes to give that nice effect on the top to look more natural. Again, try and do it as small as possible. You can feel where you're catching or not catching the orange felt underneath or not. You can just tell by the feel as you go, while you're holding it all down. The only tricky bit is going around that knot there. Try not to catch the knot itself. And if you want to, you can make green ones, cream ones, different shades of orange ones, yellow ones maybe. Presume you can get yellow pumpkins. Don't know what other colours you can do. But obviously this is the classic Halloween colour one, isn't it? The orange one. So you could make a bunch of them in different colours and hang them on a tree somewhere or somewhere else. Or you can leave the cord bit off and put them all into a bowl. Or if you like, you can put a keyring on the top instead, which if you do that, you just need to make your cord, this cord here, a lot shorter, just sort of a very small one, and then attach a keyring to it. I think we're nearly there. Are we there? One more. I think, no we're not, we're there. So just need to fasten that off. Just do it on the end there. As usual, I do my 3, and then I go through here 3, and then I pull it, and then I'll take the thread out down here, so then we don't have any ends, because that will basically just vanish inside the pumpkin. And there you have your pumpkin. So there we have it. 2 pumpkins ready for Halloween. Thank you for watching. I hope you find this good and you give it a try. And don't forget to leave a comment and let me know if you've made any and what colours. Hope to see you again soon. Bye.